You need a role model, but who will that be? For most people, it's your father. He raised you. He got you into sports. He got you outside. He may have helped you learn to walk. He may have introduced you to new topics and told you stories that you never would have imagined. He is full of knowledge of how the world works and his own experiences. Maybe life growing up in the 1980s, maybe getting his first job. He is full of experiences that you can learn from. And because of this, you look up to him. You see him as your role model. Now, everyone has a role model in some regard. In the unfortunate circumstance that a father is not there for his child, that child will find someone else to be inspired by. Maybe it's Michael Jordan because he was the greatest basketball player ever. Maybe it's Cristiano Ronaldo because he's such an iconic footballer and one of the greatest of all time. Perhaps it's Napoleon Bonaparte for dominating so much of Europe at such a recent time. All of these people, in some personal way, have to be great to you. So who is your role model? Is he your dad because he picked you up when you were young and swung you around with his arm? Maybe he put you on a swing on the top of a hill and pushed you on it, and it created the most beautiful moments of serenity and quietness within the wild. Perhaps he made memories with you which will last forever. Or maybe it's your mum. Maybe she's super good at cooking. Maybe she's super high in her law career and she's winning nationwide cases. Maybe she's run marathons before. All of these people collectively have done something great. And I myself have exercised being a role model. I do this with my younger cousins, Jake and Matthew. They're 10 years younger than me. Whenever they come over to my house, I lead the day. I will set the activities. I will set up the football goal outside, and then we'll all go flock down there and play some football. Even though Jake is 2.5 years older than Matthew, Matthew will still try his absolute best. And in fact, he does get some goals in too. They're a bit more similar in height now, at least until Jake hits puberty. So it's fairly even playing ground, but I teach to Matthew that no matter how big Jake is, Matthew is also as strong, that he's just 2.5 years behind physically and mentally. So I train him to play and compete, and I get a great sense of fulfillment and enjoyment from watching them play. Everyone needs a role model really, and maybe even an online one if they don't have an in-person one. That's why a lot of people love Michael Jordan and Cristiano Ronaldo, because they can watch them online and be inspired by them. Although they'll never be them, they can certainly try to be as great as them, in some aspects or not. But eventually, they become the best version of themselves. And that's the most important part. You don't really choose your role models, they're kind of there for you already. You don't choose your father, you don't choose your interests. Therefore, you don't choose what sport you really love over others, as you already have a predetermined preference and bias towards your hobbies and goals. And as we grow older, we have to think about who we influence. Who can we be a greater role model to? And to be a better role model, you have to be more present. Raise them like your children. Take for example what I did with Jake and Matthew. I set up the activities for them. Can you do the same? It all depends on your passions, hobbies and interests, what you choose to do with the people who look up to you. And your previous role models will certainly influence your tastes in play, activity and hobbies. The question is, what do you really love to do? Perhaps your previous role model helped you to learn what you really love, and that's what you will teach to the people you will become the role model of. It's all up in the air right now, but life has a lot of great surprises and you just have to let them come to you. Just don't be distracted by social media or mobile phones, as they can take the moment away from you in an instant, and you don't want that. Do not prevent the great things that are coming. Focus on being a better role model for the people around you and be the best person that you can possibly be. I know you can do it. Hope that helped. Take care and see you in the next video.